Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. So here I am starting off bare face. I've already moisturized my skin, so now I'm just gonna start off with my brows. Nothing new here, I always do the same steps. If you want a detailed tutorial, I will have it listed down in the description box, okay? So here I'm just lining up my brows, then I'm going in with that spoolie, brushing the product into my brows, and I'm just gonna go ahead and clean it up. I'm using this dark brown. It looks kind of orange on me, but that's fine. I'm just trying to get rid of these products so that I can get some new one for the Christmas. So y'all are gonna be seeing some new products on my channel real soon. So I started off with the dark on the top, and then I'm gonna use a lighter color at the bottom just so that I can have pigmentation when I'm adding colors to my lids, and so that my brow bone colors can pop. So we're just gonna put that all over our lids and we're gonna blend it out. You want to blend it out so that when you're adding your eyeshadows, it doesn't stick and start cracking. So here you just see me adding some concealer to my dark spots. I do have dark spots under my eyes and some around my mouth. It happens all the time, you know, lack of sleep, you're a mom, it happens. Anyway, we're going into the Zulu palette. No, sorry, that's not the Zulu palette, that's the Nubian palette from Juvia's place. And I'm taking that dark brown color and I'm adding that into my crease area for my transition color. Now you want to blend that out. I'm using the MAC to something brush. I'm going to leave it down below in the description box, and I'm going to blend that out on my lids. Now after we've done that, we're going to take that darker brown and we're going to add that to the outer V of our eyelids. Now you want to make it dark enough, so you're going to go back in a couple of times just to stamp that color in to achieve the pigment that you want. So if you want it lighter, go lighter, and if you want it darker, just go ahead and add some more. So for my I'm doing a little bit of cut crease here today. I'm adding some concealer on my lids. Now I'm not adding the white concealer that I normally do. I'm using something much darker, and I'm just going back into that dark brown that I used on my outer corner. I'm just gonna add that in just to blend it out a little bit more. You're gonna start off in your inner corner with that light cream goldish color. That's the color that I wanted to use today, so we're doing a transition of colors. We're going light and then darker. So I'm using that burgundy shade in the center, and you're going to overlap the burgundy with the first color and the last color just to make sure that there's no harsh lines. You want it to look very seamless, so just make sure you blend those colors out. This is my favorite foundation at the moment. It's from BH Cosmetics. I will have it listed down below. It will look a little bit dark and dewy, I should say, at the beginning, but if you let it dry, it'll dry down really nicely. So this is for people who have dry skin. It'll match them really well. So after you've blended out your foundation, you want to go ahead and use your concealer. Now I'm not using something too dark today. I wanted it to look quite natural. After I've added my concealer, I'm just going to let that sit a minute, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do a wing line. If you want, you don't have to add the wing line. I did add one just to make the look pop a little bit more, and I'm drawing that quite thinly. I'm not using a thick wing line today. And after that, we're just going to go ahead and continue back with blending out our concealer. So I'm using the same brush that I use for my foundation just to make sure that my concealer doesn't look too light. I've been doing it quite light lately, and I never really liked the look. I just didn't really have all of my products with me. I'm always traveling on the road, guys, so my background changes a lot, my makeup looks change a lot, so get used to it, all right? So if you guys looked really closely, there was something in my hand. I had my lashes drying while I was blending out my concealer. So just to save time, you want to do that while your concealer is setting or while you're doing something. So I stopped blending out my concealer because that glue was actually drying. So I had to go ahead and apply my lashes while I was in the middle of blending out my concealer. But that's all good. We curry. All right, so after we've applied that lash, we're just going to go ahead and apply the glue on the other lash and let that dry while we're finishing blending out the concealer. So now for my all over setting powder, I've been using this technique for a long time now, and I really like it. And I thought that when I do have another makeup channel on my another makeup video on my channel, I will introduce this to you guys. A lot of people have been doing this. I just started doing mine like this. So if you're darker than me, you want to make sure that you find something closer to your skin tone. But these setting powders really do work. My makeup lasts all day, and you guys know that I have oily skin. My makeup doesn't move. It literally takes a long time for me to get this makeup off. I know some of you are gonna say that because I'm using a lot of makeup. Whatever. Anyway, so you just want to make sure you apply this all over your face. Now it is a translucent yellow setting powder, so it doesn't look too bad. I'm just brushing off the powder off my eyebrows. I did apply my other lash on my eyes. So now we're going back into that same Juvia's Place palette, and we're gonna take that burgundy shade that I used in the center of my lids. I'm just gonna blend that out on my lower lash line. Next, we're gonna add some mascara just to bring everything together. All right. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, that same light color, you want to add that into your tear ducts area. I did go ahead and add that same color on my brow bone. I didn't show it in the tutorial, I don't know why. Anyway, so just going back into that contour palette, and I'm contouring today. Now this is a Thanksgiving look, so if you guys want to amp it up more, you can. If you want to, you know, tone it down, you don't have to do the contouring and the blushing and all of that stuff. But just to make sure that your makeup sets, you want to make sure that you do add that setting powder all over your face. So just to go back underneath my eyes and all the places that I've concealed earlier, I want to go back in with this yellow MAC powder. It's actually yellow on my skin, but it's the dark setting powder from MAC, and I'm using that all on the areas where I've highlighted before. So I'm just taking a regular all over face brush. There's no product on it, and I'm just blending out everything on my face just to make it look a little bit more seamless. I know there's a specific dark area on my forehead. I don't know why it does that. Every time I get my makeup done, there's this dark area on my forehead. Anyway, so I'm just hitting all of that powder with some spray, and I'm using the Body Shop spray today. And for my highlight, I haven't used this product in a long time on my channel. I'm using the Maybelline Master Chrome in 100 watt, and I'm setting the high points of my cheeks, my nose bridge, my cupid's bow, and I'm using a smaller brush on my cupid's bow area just to make sure that area is much more pronounced. I really like that look. So for lips today, we're using the E.L.F lipstick in Burgundy. I will have it listed down below. Everything that I use today as normal will be listed in the description box, okay guys? And that is the end of this tutorial. I thank you so much for watching. Let me guys know what you want to see me do next. I also do have this wig review. I will list it down below as well. I don't know which one is going to go up first, but I'm editing both of them at the moment. So please go ahead and look out for that, okay guys? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!